Hello all! Another ITSL game organized by the ITSL Hunter. I am playing Cold Warrior. I am the Glorious USA. Got another game tomorrow as well, so lots going on. This isn't a bad headline option. I could blockade away Vietnam revolts or just deal with it at the end of the hand. I could even hold blockade. And if I contain, I get maximum value. Could space blockade. Basically, it's between containment and captured Nazi, I reckon, but okay. I mean, we're not purging, basically. That's the major kicker, because that's our only 4-op card. So in that instance, captured Nazi or containment is best. If we don't use containment, we can't space blockade. Then if we use containment with space and blockade, we're also using captured Nazi, and we'd lose 3 extra rounds of Asia scoring. So maybe containment isn't best, and captured Nazi is. We'll open 442. And yeah, captured Nazi, and we'll hold some ops back, and we hold blockade through the turn, I guess. We know we can't get purged, so holding blockade through the turn isn't terrible. Yeah. Not sure that's best, but it's what I'm doing, and that's the story of my life. Asia containment, Purg, Vietnam blockade, special relationship, and Indo-Pakistani war. They drop Europe scoring for 0, which is good for us. That means they're going to go after the Middle East. And here it comes. Okay, big one. We will go 3-3, and we'll deny them access to Italy rather than removing Finland. That makes independent Reds better, but cuts them off to Italy. Boom. Glad we kept Purge. So they'll get the last coup. But if they fail, we can access... Boy, they've got a 4-up card. Very nice. Start with a 3. Greedy. Oh, boy. Oh, well. Oh, we're going to drop Asia first and hope they don't have Middle East scoring. It's so easy for them to dominate Asia. If we play into Malaysia and they've got decol or destel, we're almost always behind all the time there. Oh, they've got Suez. Nice. Very good work. Okay, to Greece and Turkey. Well, I had that coming, didn't I? Gambled wrongly. We'll take Thailand with containment because we're going to do Indo-Pakistani. Sorry, we're going to do Vietnam revolts by the end of the turn. Oh, man. I did think about going into Lebanon instead. But you can only do what you can do, eh? So... fight our way back in. Embarrassing. Oh well. So next up is Arab-Israeli war, isn't it? So where is this best going? Another one in Syria so we can try and get presence there? Oh man. Not good. Not good at all. And we didn't get Middle East scoring. And we're going to have to blockade away D-Star and Space Decol. Oof. What a turn. So what? Duck and cover? We're going to... Now we've used Indo-Pakistani war. We actually want them to coup. So I guess 5-year plan. Pull a card. Oh, this is embarrassing. Oh, or blockade in the headline. Yeah, blockade in the headline. We're not going to get purged, and we're going to pitch D-Style. And it frees up an action round. Ugh. Also, packed 5-year plan. What have I missed? Oh, yeah, D-Star, which I'm pitching. Yeah, fine. Man, oh man. So if they don't drop Middle East scoring in the headline, they've not got it. And it gives us a chance to take Syria, so we are at least not hopelessly outclassed in the Middle East. But that was truly an embarrassment. I was concerned about the Middle East then, though. I guess Suez is the well, an Arab-Israeli war. I don't know. It was, to some extent, 50-50, I think. That's annoying. But Italy at least is secure. They may just hammer West Germany, in which case we fill France and we accept the risk of de Gaulle. Okay. We pitched D-Star. We can, if we ops war on Germany as well, we can Truman Doctrine them at least. So if they do want to fight for West Germany, no, they just want a coup, which is very sensible. So we will go 2 into Syria, 1 into West Germany. Oh boy. Oh boy, boy, boy. That Middle East was embarrassing. Iraq. Just spread around. Very nice. I do suppose we need to avoid the risk of Middle East control. No, I'm gonna run the risk. A 1/3 on Arab-Israeli war. Blah. No, let's get ahead in avoiding Asia domination and play into Israel to threaten Egypt, and then we can Arab-Israeli war into Jordan, and then it's a 1 in 6. Uh-huh. Yeah. Well, This way we can get to Saudi and avoid the 1 in 6, hopefully. Yep, great. Still 3 4-op cards in the deck. Another reason to play Warsaw Pact before NATO comes out. Oh, and they're going to get to use one. Yeah, Sly Dog. There goes Saudi. I know. Okay. Burma, North Korea, South Korea. Okay, right. So we're going to use Warsaw Pact to take Saudi. Space Decol. And then put one into Malaysia if they dominate Asia. And sincerely hope we get dealt de Gaulle. They can currently ditch CIA freely as well, which is nice for them. Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah. Do you got the CIA? NASA. Okay. Yeah, so we use Truman, and we get dealt de Gaulle, which is a bonus. So they got dealt CIA. So 5-year plan's not shabby. Middle East scoring. We got Korean War and de Gaulle, so we can control those. They got US Japan, which is good for us. And Independent Reds, which we get to play at. So CIA, Middle East, US Japan, and Independent Reds, all of which are fine cards to pull with 5-year plan. And we got in the reshuffle EU, Arab Israel, East European Unrest, NASA, and 5-year plan. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I think 5-year plan's fine. It shortens their hand, and they actually have to do something about CIA potentially knowing that we could drop Fidel on them or something if they don't have it, of course. And we've got ops. Let's do it. It's fun. Yeah. Everyone likes their hand shortening. And if they don't headline Middle East scoring for some reason, pulling that would be bliss. It's a shame we had to put Decol and D-Star back in the deck, because they are going to make the mid-war expansion that much easier for them. Europe scoring. Okay, let's put Middle East. Be good, be good. Oh, okay. Well, that's what that is. Now they may get skittish and dump CIA now. Although they've got the China card, they probably don't have to worry. So not the greatest start to the game for USA, but if we can, yeah, there you go. They had Fidel. Oh, okay. That's somewhat cautious. Trumaine, SocGov Fidel. We take the big old coup on Egypt. Come on, 6. Boom. No. So now we don't want to play Korean War or Arab-Israeli War. Yeah, huh? So we'll space them. If they use socialist governments, we may... Oh, no, they'll use Truman now, won't they? Doi. Oh, bonus. Uh-huh. Okay. So knowing they hold Truman, I'm thinking event de Gaulle first, jam it. If they use the China card or socialist governments, if they use socialist governments, we can overtake anyway. If they use the China card, we use NATO, and they're trapped into using Truman. So let's do that. It's the safest way to pitch de Gaulle. Then we can use NASA to finish France. And we're going to eat a boatload of VP. Okay. Let's take Israel. Because now only the China card fights for. And if they make the cardinal mistake of not cashing Middle East scoring right now, we take Gulf States. Not that stupid. Very good. Right, so we use NASA to finish taking France. We should be taking Taiwan because of Formosa. Because then if we can flip another battleground, we dominate Asia. Yeah, maybe I was silly to do that. So it goes. Yeah, why not? We'll take Taiwan. Will they event Fidel? Yeah. Then we will have 3 cracks at realigning them out. One more! Boo! Voice of America's nice, though. So, Missile Envy can't pull duck and cover. Defectors is probably just good, though, right? I think in turn 4, Defectors is just all round fine. And that gives us Voice of America and Missile Envy as backups. So yeah, I think I like Defectors here. We've got, and in later turns, we'll have so much better headlines that just defecting now, even if they know they can't get defected later, is probably still fine. The alternative is Missile Envy, but we can do that later in the turn anyway. So we'll defect. Okay, well, keeping them behind in space for headline peaking purposes is not terrible. They don't have fantastic coup targets either. South America's the best of the bunch. But they're still doing it. And they succeed. So, the question is, do we Voice America them now to get them out of Cuba? Or do we wait to see what else they get up to? Because if we missile envy them, they could fill Cuba again. The upshot of missile envy is it will take one of their high op cards, and it could even take something really sexy like ABM Treaty. The worst case scenario is it pulls nuclear test ban, but then they've only got a 2-op card to coup with. So let's missile envy them. It's a fun card. And yeah, we can't pull anything that ends the game because we've got duck and cover. So we're hoping for like we will bury you Muslim Rev, Flower Power, even ABM, Purge, not nuclear test ban. If they don't give us a 4-op card, we then know they don't have a 4-op card. So there's that in our favour also. We will space Portuguese Empire because Arab-Israeli War doesn't trigger. We'll trigger Cult Rev for the VP before they get a chance to steal the China card. And we can use Voice America to frig with Asia domination if they don't develop elsewhere. But I like holding Voice America a little longer. Having a good old think here. If we get Delta 4 op card, our options are realign Cuba and have a stab at Algeria, or jam South Korea, because they can then only use missile envy to put 2 back in. So then we could go to 7-6 with Cultural Revolution. And then they have to use the China card to retake it, which means we can then hit them with Usuri River Skirmish at the end of the turn to gain domination. It's all rather esoteric, but it would work. If they don't give us a 4-op card, we have fewer options. Okay, they give us a 4-op card, we have to trigger, which is a shame, but it goes that way. Ooh, we're going to overprotect West Germany against Willy Brandt, and we need to remember Brush War can still hit Italy. Yikes. Let's see what they do with Missile Envy. Both into Cuba is not shabby, of course. If they get greedy, there is always Voice of America. That said, we're still waiting to see if they hit us with Decol or D-Star. In which case we might just use Cult Rev to realign again. Oh, perfect. Do we Voice of America now? Voice of America is great now when they don't have Decol, D-Star, or Hunter. On the other hand, we fail the realign a fair bit of the time. And once we get them out, Cuban Missile Crisis is even sweeter. Okay, let's hope they don't have Hunter. Doesn't frighten them massively. I don't like that. Just watching, I don't like it. We'll try the realigns. We'll gamble. Come on. Yay! Post hoc validation. And we managed to get them out of Algeria on a whim as well. That was jammy. Well, Algeria is actually worth competing for. But they'll have it with that. Gave us Marshall Plan instead of raising DEFCON. Okay, so we can get Milops, which is nice for us. Okay, yeah, that's our cue to Voice of America. That's fine. Threaten Korea. Next is South Africa unrest, of course. Called it. Oh well. Can't be helped. Space Portuguese Empire. We're not going to have another space because as good as headline peaking is, we want to save our... Actually, what's the... Decol is the only card we really don't want. And South Korea? Yeah, okay. Spaceman Pope's nice for us, though. Do we space Arab Israeli War? No, I think we tap Algeria. Hmm. A sensible space. And that then gives us Algeria. If we hold duck and cover. We haven't seen We Will Bury You. So I actually prefer duck and cover, as we're not headline peaking, keeping Usuri to frig with Asia. Yeah, that'll do. So, what an interesting hand. We can drop DEFCON with How I Learned to Protect Algeria. We could ditch Asia if they dominate it. Junta doesn't have any triggers, unless they headline Allende, and we could purge them. Ugh, it's a lot we could do, and I've got no idea what's right. I think holding us not through the turn's not bad, though. Which means we don't do an intervention or anything. Purge him? Hunter's no good. Southeast Asia, we can just drop whenever. And we could always ask not it. Yeah, let's just purge. Yeah, that's a fairly neutral headline for us to see, purging. Good. Now, if they want to have a go on Algeria, they can. He's having a go. Whoa, very nice. Right, we will use flower power. We'll cover Italy against brush war. Or do we just jam South Korea? Forcing them to use the China card if they don't have a 4-op card. And then we can hit them with Usuri before Asia scoring. Indo-Pakistani War's still in the deck, which makes hitting Pakistan with Usuri risky. Ah, and they've got a 4-op card. Dang it. Asia's not getting any better, is it? Yeah. We'll put Usuri back in the deck, cover Italy against brush war, and take another one in the Philippines. With no more cooing this turn, ending the turn with How I Learned to DEFCON 5 for some VPs not unreasonable. Especially if they're using Arms Race for ops. Oof. Greed. Okay. Southeast Asia. After Asia, maybe, yeah. They're going to spear Nigeria. There's not a lot we can do about it. Well, of course, it takes a 3-up card for them to do it. And they had Indo-Pak, eh? Yeah. We can either use How I Learned to try and coup Tunisia. Yeah, let's just do that. And it fails. Blah. Oh well. Spacing trap is sensible. Southeast Asia scoring for us. Haven't seen Olympic Games, fine. Re-education, Cambridge 5 decor, no. Comic-Con and D-Style, no. Man, OPEC's worth 4 VP, that's rough. Still no Brush or ABM. So, AR6, UN intervention, something. Ooh, come on, Africa scoring. Come on, Africa scoring. Come on. And Lone Gunman. Woo! Central America, we're in better shape for with Junta, etc. gone, right? Yeah, so we keep Central America in. Muslim Rev and Africa scoring go. We leave Central America in because we can play into Mexico and Cuba with impunity. And if we get Panama Canal return, we could control it. Yep. So we Junta into Chile. And then fill it with UN intervention. Mm-hmm. Okay. Africa scoring's gone. I think we still coup Cameroon here. And fail. Okay, so we can ask not Lone Gunman and OPEC. So that's nice too. Ah, containment space Lone Gunman. Hold us not again. I like that. It means we have to use OPEC, but we could space OPEC. No, we can't space OPEC too. But we can use OPEC to tap Libya and Iraq to keep the price down. I like that. I think we want a space Lone Gunman, so let's go with that. Pretty sensible. Comic on OPEC. Colonial regards. Sadat. America. So if we can see PCR land, we can max out Central America. But they'll probably do everything in their power to avoid playing Panama Canal. Cooing Chile? Wow! Impressive. Ooh, Brush War hasn't been yet. We'll start by spacing Lone Gunman. Well, we've got all turn to do that. Start by tapping. Ooh, eventing Sadat. It goes that way. Let's start by spacing Lone Gunman. We are peaking. And we're definitely holding our snot, even if we have to eat a few VP for OPEC. Yeah, they're ahead. We're going to Cuba. NATO's not in place, so special relationship doesn't matter too much. Asia's now scored. That'll do. Not particularly happy about that, but it's what it is. So we're going to have to watch out for Ortega. It's scored now. Don't think there's a great deal we can do about it. We'll pop one in Iraq, though, because we want to try and compete to level up the Middle East. Yep. 2-hole VP. We're finishing with Sadat, aren't we? Yeah. Central America's not getting much better. Don't want to give up that China Cup. Still no ABM or Salt. My goodness. Quagmire Decol and D-Star still in the deck as well. The deck's much better off for the Reds. It's a good Arsenal turn 7. Right, with Colonial Real Guards. Overprotect Lao and Thailand against Decol. Yeah, that's fine. Overprotect our Asian assets rather than threaten Africa massively. That might be wrong, but it's what I'm doing. Special relationship is still in the deck, but NATO's been and gone. Salt's still in the deck too. Ugh. We're using Comic Con to have a big old coup of Cameroon just for Milops. Not great. And then we'll finish by venting Sadat into Egypt, I guess. Giving a pretty clear coup target for next term. Blah. Oh well. Okay, glad they didn't threaten any more than that. Coup Cameroon for Milops. And we'll finish by venting Sadat. Mm-hmm. Risk averse. Camp David's nice, especially before Sadat. That's very nice. Man, so whoever gets Brush War and ABM is going to be really happy. And I finish by venting Sadat. Brush War ABM. Beauty. Asia the biggest swing? Asia onto Pakistan for domination. OAS gives us access, so we don't need to worry about Chile. Cooing Africa doesn't swing domination, so I think that's probably it. And we're headline peaking. They know we've got ABM and Brush, though. It's whether or not we want to use it before they play Salt. They've got D-Star, which is a real shame. There's been a reshuffle, hasn't there? Yeah. So we know exactly what they've got. We got Special Relationship, which doesn't matter. They got Olympic Games. Romanian Abdication and the Cambridge 5. You got OAS. They got Shuttle Dip, which is kind of big for them too. Panama Canal and Puppet Governments. We got Lads, they got Salt. Ooh. They got Quagmire. Right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, so I did count their hand right. And our reshuffle card was SocGov. Yeah. So, they are going to see Cambridge 5 and be disappointed we don't have a scoring card, which means we ABM coup Pakistan, yeah? ABM coup Pakistan's greedy, I suppose. ABM coup Libya swings domination in the Middle East. And they can counter coup in the Middle East. So, yeah. So we'll do Libya. Yeah, Pakistan would have been attractive, but Indo-Pakistani war and a whole bunch of other things could have gone bad for us there. And they may get salted. That protects us better against an initial coup. In the Middle East that swings domination back. I think I'm happy with that. Again, I'm not totally certain. We'll space socialist governments. Okay. We will first refill Egypt. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We'll overprotect Laos here and see if they take Indonesia before we get a chance to deal with it. I think D-Style's just better, right? Panama, Venezuela, Brazil. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Do we go OAS founded into Panama and Venezuela, ready for Panama Canal returned? Yeah, and then make them fill one and then brush war it. This is almost total information, isn't it? Okay, well, the good news is they're not sorting ABM. But we will absolutely take Venezuela and then hope to brush war Panama. We actually have enough buffer in Europe that we could use socialist governments to take Mexico if they don't take it now, which is another potential option. Africa's still a big problem. Shuttle dip's nice for us. Okay. Do we take the 66 Panama? Yeah. Oh, flower power. Be good. We are not good. Worth a try. So I think I've got Romanian abdication, Panama Canal, puppet governments, and Quagmire. I think we space SOCGov and try and get the 3 VP. Ugh, not even that works. Well, at least we get to keep peeking, but we're gonna get Quagmired AR7. So maybe we use Brezhnev and get rid of Decol. Yeah, that's fine. If they quag us, we try and ditch Decol. If these Panama are called to break Panama, we could take Panama. And they don't know we got Decol because that came back in the reshuffle, I think. But well, maybe it didn't. Yeah, go for influence. We're going to event Decol because we want to hold our snot. Not happy about it. Indonesia, Philippines, Malaysia will get frigged with, but with Shuttle Dip we've got a wee buffer, and Africa's already boned. Scoring card timing is going to be clutch. If we can get Europe and Middle East off first, we're all right. But if they get South America and Africa first, we're in trouble. I think USSR still has the upper hand here. Didn't pay attention. Okay, great. Well, in that case, we correct Asia and accept the fact we're still behind in Africa. Headline peaking. We got Aldrich, which is great. So I think maybe we asked not the Reformer Summit and OPEC. And we can defect or purge, depending on what their headline is. Suppose we're only in significant trouble with us not where we get dealt. Lone Gunman and Ortega. Eleven Empire just came out slightly late. OPEC's currently only worth 2 VP and we can reduce it to 1. I like purge or defectors here most often. But we'll see what we see. That's deeply defectable. So we're just going to do that. All right. If you've got war games, you're probably going to win anyway. So let's coup Mexico and look for something else. You got it? You got it. Well played them. I was 2-0 against the Cold Warrior, so it's nice they've got a win back. And in this season, everyone's free to beat me. Thanks for watching. Let me know where I put feet wrong. I'm sure I did along the way. So tomorrow I play Roger Errol in ITSL. Next week I'm playing David on Wednesday. On the 18th of March it's another Team Fruitlinger game. We finally locked down a date. Sorry for the delay pushing that back. So I've got a few games coming up. I've also emailed my remaining ITSL competitors. They're all getting done this month. So March, ITSL out the way. Don't even need to worry about silver playoffs. This year has been complete garbage for me, but I've still had fun playing the game. So hopefully you've had fun watching as well. And I will see you next time. Yeah. So I will say goodbye to them. And I'll say goodbye to you. Goodbye.